redemption here. RBMDRT. Preparing broken men by doing righteous things. I really hope you can see me and hear me right now. I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm trying to get my camera positioning better. Today we talking about a lot of things though. A lot of things pertaining to seed retention. A lot of things. I'm gonna go through over a few ideas that I've been meditating on. We got one of your favorite topics today, guys. Female attraction. I know y'all love these videos. So we're gonna start right there. Anytime that I've ever been on seed retention, whether it's been on for most of the times in the past, I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't even gonna hold you. Most of the times in the past where I was on seed retention, in the county jail or whatever. And I'm not the type of guy to pleasure myself around other guys. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna be in a cell or in a situation like that, I'm not about to be pleasing myself. That's just me. So, like I always say, I'm not a stranger to seed retention. I've been doing it since I was younger. I just never put a name on it. Like there would be times in my life where I would just, just stop pleasuring myself, stop watching adult videos and try to, focus. I think most men do it. They just don't put a name, they don't put seed retention on it, and they don't really go extended periods of time. They might go a week, a month. They don't be going 2, 3 months, 6 months. And if they do it without like a woman, they'll still be using adult videos or their imagination. Or they might be using adult videos and not using or just staying away from women. It's just, it is what it is. But anytime in my past that I've done seed retention, I always notice that I have a more diverse selection of the type of females that I find available for me to spend time with. I don't want to say choice, but I have to use that. My choice, my pickings are more diverse. And don't get me wrong, I will still choose horribly. And that's the thing with men, people like to often say that women choose relationships. Women are the ones who give men access to relationships. No. Women give men access to sex. If they don't say yes to the sex, if it's not consensual, it's no haps on the sex. Men give women access to relationships. You see what I'm saying? So, when you're on seed retention, you have a higher propensity to be available. She will be more susceptible to your confidence, because that's really what the main thing seed retention gives you. It gives you confidence. It heightens your appearance. It heightens your positive characteristics. It accentuates the things about yourself as a man that make you more appealing to the opposite sex. And not only the opposite sex, just to nature. You know what I mean? To being. You accentuate and you intensify what you truly are. And I'm gonna get to that later. Now, and like I was about 5 years ago, I had just got out of jail. I was in jail for like 3 months at the time. And while I was in jail, I was practicing seed retention. So I got out of jail, and you know, anytime a guy gets out of jail, he has that glow, because whether or not he knows it or he's been practicing it like in earnest, wholeheartedly, every man in jail or prison has been practicing seed retention to extent. So when they call that glow, that get out of jail glow that guys have when they get out of jail, it's not because the prison or the jail or the institution or whatever kind of correctional facility he was in was giving him a glow. No, he was practicing seed retention, whether knowingly or unknowingly. That's the power of seed retention. You obtain the glow. So I remember I got out of jail. I was there for about 3 months, like 90 days, right? The longest I ever been in jail was like 90 days, 100 days maybe, at one time. But anyway, I got out, and I had that just got out of jail glow. So I noticed that everywhere I was going, I was meeting women. Women were conversing with me. Women were giving me all kind of signals that they were available and I could have access to them sexually. And like I said, I just got out of jail, so I had my fair share of sex, as I should have. I was full of life. I had the glow. I had the seed. Now, although I was obtaining access that was given to me by a woman, it wasn't until a few months later that I gave one of those women access to a relationship. Silly me. And I knew that that wasn't a healthy relationship for me per se, but I gave that female access to a relationship when I could have just been enjoying the access to sex that she was giving me and other women were giving me. Or I could have just been intensifying that fresh out of jail glow, that jail seed retention, and carrying that on into the free world seed retention, which I'm doing right now. I haven't been in jail for more than 2 days in over 6 years. You know what I mean? And I don't plan on doing that ever again in life, probably. In over 5 years, like I said. But yeah. Men give women access to relationships. Women give men access to sex. That's just what it is. That's a fact. You feel me? And there's always we call it exceptions to the rule, if you want to say. But that's the most common theme. That's what's going on. Now, a lot. I like to, but I mean I'm gonna have to start doing that more, because that's what gets the most attention about this topic. Y'all want to hear more about it? I'm gonna start talking more about it. But the reason why women want to give men on seed retention more access to sex is because the powerful things about a man accentuate, intensify when a man is on seed retention. Why? Because we are seeds. We are seeds. We're carrying seeds. We are seeds. A seed is just a replica of something. in the plant kingdom. A seed is just a replica, a small replica of a future plant. It has the potential to be. There's trees behind it, right? At one point, those trees were seeds. A seed is just a small microcosm of a potential macrocosm of the tree. A man is carrying billions, trillions, gazillions amounts of small trees, of small men, of small human beings, of light. We are carrying the light. Men are the light bearers. Yes, women bear children, but women aren't they can't go through that gestation, germination phase without the men. We need each other. Men are carrying all this life source energy, and women can sense that. They know that. Whether or not they know it like consciously, they're aware. Women have a higher sense of smell, they have a better sense of smell than men, so they can smell our pheromones. Because when we're on seed retention, we're giving off these tantalizing, I like that word, we're giving off these tantalizing pheromones to a woman's sense of smell. So she's like, That's why sometimes women will make that noise. When you walk past them. You got some good cologne on. Shout out to this brand of cologne right here. I got some in my book bag. Buck Moon. If you got some cologne on, like some Buck Moon, matter of fact, I'm gonna spray some of that on. I love this cologne. I used a soap. I ain't sprayed nothing on yet this morning, so I might well use this time right now. Go ahead. The Buck Moon is a good brand. I'm gonna use this for ad placement. Shout out to Buck Moon. I endorse y'all colognes, y'all soaps, y'all body washes, y'all deodorants. Man, y'all up the chain. Y'all got some good sense. I got this. This is the Oak Moss Vivitier Buck Moon. It's the proper cologne right here. But this the Oak Moss scent right here. But I got the soap. I got this soap in my bathroom, and I got right now all I got is their cologne and their soap, but they got deodorant too. They off the chain. But anyway, if you got some good cologne on, or you looking good and you smelling good, and you walk past a woman, she gonna be like, she gonna put a little in it, like Jagged Edge said. So you could put a little in it. Potentially, because you giving off that smell, your pheromones, your whole aura is appealing to a woman when you want to see retention and you got that glow. You got a good vibe on you. You got a good glow about yourself. You got a confidence about yourself when you on seed retention. You walking with your chest out. You know what I mean? You know what it is, fellas. But even how you articulate yourself, how you speak, the tone of your voice, the magnetism of your words, the magnetism of your of how you trying to convey what you're saying, like how that. As your thoughts travel from your mind to your mouth, the pathway between those two conjunctures, or whatever you want to call it, is so clear. It's a clear road. It's a clear traveling process. So you go from mind to mouth like nothing, and you tend to have $1 million mouthpiece when it comes to speaking to women, and a love to say that women love with their ears and men love with their eyes, right? And that's another thing. Like, your voice is more powerful. Like I say, everything intensifies and accentuates. It go up exponentially when you want to see potential. These things thing, and that's my thing. I'm heavy on the word. You feel me? The word says be fruitful and multiply, right? Now, fruitful, that goes back to what I've been talking about with the seeds. You can't be fruitful without the seed, and you can't multiply without man and woman. So it's like, when you notice, most men who have a high volume of children, whether it's with one woman or numerous women, you can tell these men have high testosterone levels in most cases. Whether or not they practice seed retention or not. Apparently they ain't practicing it too well that they have all these children. But most men, I notice with my own two eyes, most men that I know who have a high amount of children have a high, if not high, a healthy testosterone level. I'm not like no doctor, but like most of these guys got broad shoulders and small waists. That what indicates a high testosterone level in men. So that's how I know that. And you can tell most women who have a lot of children, you can tell they have healthy hormone levels because they might have big breasts and wide hips. That indicates healthy hormones and what you call it, fertility in women. That's what seed retention is about. Fertility. In men, our reproductive area is related to the phallus. Like in Egypt, they built obelisks, like high erected temples and statues that represented the phallus. Even to go back to Egypt, the Ankh. The Ankh is a representation of the man's reproductive system and the woman's reproductive system, and that's life. In most ancient cultures, fertility was revered as it was deified, it was religified. You feel me? It goes hand in hand with spirituality. In modern times, we've compromised the idea of fertility, and our concept of fertility is more geared toward eroticism, without the thought of spirituality intertwined with it, which is, I don't want to say, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. But that's not how I process the whole erotic mixed with fertility concept. I think it's all fertility, spirituality, tantra, and erotic. I think erotic is a high, part of our sexual nature. Like eroticism, that's how I pronounce it. It shouldn't be the mainstay of that energy. It is an aspect of that energy, but if we don't like really educate ourselves on it and really mix it with the spiritual part of it, we miss out on the point, on the bigger picture. I think I lost my train of thought for a second. Because when I get to talk about the female attraction on these videos, I get kind of lost. Because when it comes to that, I'm a shy person. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna hold you. When it comes to that, I'm a shy person. I don't always have a high self-esteem about that. You feel me? I just don't. I should have, though. I should, because at times I do. At times, because I know what I am. I know what I'm capable of. And I know how I get down. You know what I mean? I'm a gold medalist. Somebody gonna watch this video and say, he ain't lying. I'm a gold medalist. But yeah. Oh man, everything about you intensifies on seed retention because you want to prosper in your natural instinct to be fruitful and multiply, right? That's why when you do release, you feel like you've accomplished your life's purpose. Your physiology, your body goes through that refractory period because your body feels like, oh, I've accomplished what I came on earth to do. I've repopulated this planet. I can rest. I feel weak. I want to go to sleep. That's what your body gonna tell you. And then you're gonna start that whole cycle over again. You gotta recreate sperm cells. You gotta recreate seminal fluid. You gotta reprocess all the nutrients that you just lost, because we all know that 1 drop of semen is worth like 40 drops of blood. You feel me? So when you retaining your seed, you're accentuating all of that potential. All of that potential. And the choice is yours as a man where you want to put that, where you want to put it at. Yeah, women have control of that access, but you as a man, you have the choice of whether you're going to agree with that. You know she's going to give you signals. It's still your choice if you want to go full force with that and release your life force. The choice is still yours as a man, brother. They tried to bury me, but they didn't. It never dawned on them that I was a seed. They tried to bury me, but they didn't think about the fact that I was a seed. We practice seed retention, just thinking we just holding on to this seed and this potential because it's healthy, or it's the right thing to do, or whatever reason you want to put on it. But we'll forget that we are in fact a seed. Your enemy knows that you are a seed. That's why your enemy wants you to be free with your seed, and just the enemy got these free adult sites up so you can just give away your energy. These late night floozies They are sent out by your enemy to let you give them your energy. The loose woman, she knows your potential, so she wants some of it, because that's the only way she thinks that she can have power over you. You're so ignorant, you don't know that you're a seed, so you're not even concerned on how much you waste yourself. When you on seed retention, you're multiplying yourself. Those cells that you would otherwise give away are just 3D printouts. they're a plethora of copies of yourself, of copies of your potential. You as a seed, you're a seed. Like I was saying earlier, every tree is a replica of, not a replica. Every seed is the result of, every tree is the result of a seed. Every seed is just a small version of a potential tree. Every man is a seed, and he's a small replica of the universe. That's why you look at, you see, you ever seen that meme where it shows you like how nature and the human anatomy coincide? Like they'll show you an eyeball, and then they'll show you like a nebula or something like that, or they'll show you like the veins in your body, and then they'll show you like a tree branches and stuff like that, or they'll show you like what else they'll do? They'll show you like your ear, and then they'll show you like a seashell or something. Or it's just how like nature, man is the microcosm of the macrocosm. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get to. So you are a seed, and they try to bury you, but in the right type of darkness, where you can get the right type of nourishment in your environment, you gonna grow into a god. You gonna grow into a mighty being. So whether or not they try to bury you, sometimes you have to go to a process of self-burial, in a sense. And that's what seed retention is. It's not suppressing your potential or denying your nature, because it is hard. Don't get me wrong. Like right now, this whole past week, because I had a mishap last week for the first time in 133 days, and I released. So this whole week I was like, I gotta get back on course. And don't get me wrong, this week was hard. This week was hard, and what that relapse made me realize is how hard this is. Hold up. Excuse me. What that relapse made me recognize was how difficult it is to be on seed. That's why every man ain't doing it in free work. My brother might be doing it incarcerated, because he like me, he don't feel comfortable with doing that around other men, and that's a questionable thing about a lot of you guys. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. I don't feel, before I go, because I'm about to get off this video. Before I go, I just want to, this week I realize how hard this is, because most men are not doing this. Before I go, I just want you to understand that it's not easy. It's not easy doing this. And for the brothers and everybody out there who ever went through a journey of like really doing that, or doing this, or trying to intensify your potential, please tap in and tell them that it's not easy. Because I don't think I understand the difficulty of what I be doing. Like when I be denying my urges or fighting my urges off. Like I posted a video this week of Gervonta Davis knocking out Frank Martin, and I was like, that's how you gotta fight your urges. You gotta hit him with that left. You know what I mean? So them urges I be fighting. And to me, it's just like Tank Davis. I'ma just, you know, and the power moves that I've been doing at my urges, they give me so much confidence. But at the same time, I be taking licks too. Because it be a constant struggle, and it's not easy. I just really want people out there to understand, and those guys out there on my YouTube channel who's watching this video, who are supporters of RBMDRT, I appreciate y'all, and I just want y'all to stay encouraged and understand that if it was easy, everybody would do it. And you're doing it because you have so much great potential. They tried to bury you.